Hello everyone, this is Joe or Ackar Productions, and welcome back to another episode of Collecting Bionicle. In today's episode, we'll be unboxing some comics, and then hopefully getting very close to finalizing my official comic collection. Now, if you remember from the very first episode of this series, when I was showing you guys where I was starting off with my collection, from the figures, boxes, all that stuff, comics, books, all of that, I did show off my comics, and I did actually own all of the official 50 comics in the Bionicle series, but I was missing a few variants. And I did originally say I was missing 2 variants. And the 2 that I mentioned were Bionicle Glatorian number 3, which is right here. And this is the official one, the non-variant cover one. And I said I was missing the variant of number 1. And so the 2 that I should be unboxing here is first one that I missed originally, and that is number 8 in the original Bionicle series. Now, the only difference with the variant I'm trying to unbox here is that the variant cover is just a foil cover. So I hope you can see it on camera, but the normal one is just a normal cover, as you know, paper cover, maybe slightly glossy, and the variant should have a foil cover, like I just said. And then, as I did mention in the original collection overview video, there is a very rare and very hard to find variant from Bionicle number 3 in the Glatorian series. Now, this variant, apparently, according to BS01, was only included in new copies of the Legend Reborn bought from Walmart. So I did have the Legend Reborn on DVD ever since it came out back in 2009, but I remember I bought it from Amazon, so I never had that, but mine came with a little insert for a Lego Club magazine. So I went on eBay and bought a couple copies of it, ones that looked different than mine, because it seemed that a lot of copies from Toys R Us or ones that were bought from Amazon kind of had a similar layout to them, or at least they had the similar sticker on top of the box. So I was looking for ones that looked different than mine, and hopefully ones with maybe slightly different wrapping. Some of these copies of the Legend Reborn actually have some barcodes on the back, as you can see in this bottom one as I'm going through all of them. So I was hoping that maybe these different versions may have it, because it's practically impossible to find anywhere online. So I'm hoping new copies of it have it. And the Legend Reborn really isn't too expensive. So as far as my natural intuition, just feeling these boxes or cases, I don't think the bottom 2 have it because they seem pretty empty. But this one here, it kind of feels like it has a pamphlet in there. And it might be that Lego Club pamphlet that I mentioned that was in my copy when I was younger. But that's what this live unboxing is for. So hopefully I can have some good news, but if not, then the hunt will continue. So I'm going to do a live unboxing of those after I unbox the official foil version of Bionicle number 8. And just one last comment, if I do get both of these, which I should have the one because that's what I bought, and I did get a pretty good deal on it, but if I do get those 2, the only one I'm missing is the variant cover of this. And I'm not sure if I'll overlay what the variant looks like, but that one is very hard to track down. It is a Comic-Con version, so that'll be the only comic I'm missing. So very excited for that. So hopefully I can have some good news from unboxing the Legend Reborn. But for now, we're going to put these to the side because first we will have the confirmed variant that I will be getting, since, like I said, I did buy it. So I'm going to do a little unboxing of this. You never want to cut the comic, so you just have to be very, very careful here. And what I'm going to do is just cut down there. Also, I always like showing off my knife. This is a great knife I bought from Amazon. It's small and very sleek. Has like a wood stock to it, even though I assume this is fake wood. And it has a seatbelt cutter, which is always handy. It's just a small blade, which is nice. And has a bottle opener and a glass breaker, which helps if you need to smash it. So I always like showing that stuff. So I'm going to open this off screen just in case there's any address stuff in there. You don't want that being shown. Okay, and here we go. So that looks like the comic there. We'll take off that. We'll throw that to the side, and wow, I can already see the foil through there, and I think you guys can as well. So let me open this up. It was very, very well packaged, which is very important. As you saw, there was a fragile sticker on it, and that's always nice because you don't want these comics bent or anything. That just won't look good, and will be very a pain to get those creases out, if you even can get them out. Alrighty, and there we go. That is Bionicle number 8 from the first series, the original series of Bionicle comics. And just for a little comparison to its original, you can already see the difference there. And this one has a glaring light on top of it, but you can see that that one has different color I guess, hues or darknesses or brightness or contrast, whatever it is. And you can tell, and again, I apologize for the glaring light shining down, but maybe if they were angled. But you can definitely see that there's a difference with them. It's a lot easier to see in person, but there's the foil shininess, and I will take it out. He did bag and board it, which was nice, even though I do like using my own bags and boards, so I will do that as a matter of fact. And there is the comic itself in hand, and again, very, very awesome. You could really see the foil there. Very, very cool. Even the back is foiled. And it has the barcode sticker on the front, because maybe you could buy this separately. I don't entirely remember, but that just feels really nice. Now, something else I did want to include in this video is the actual bagging and boarding process. I know this isn't a comic collecting channel, but I do bag and board my comics, even going beyond Bionicle. So I just want to show you guys the ones I use. And those ones are the BCW comic book boards and the All Pro comic book bags. I use Silver Age because even though I do think the Bionicle comics are a little too big to fit into the current era style of, or the current era size bags, I do like having a little more space. I know certain people do not like that because it's taking away from, I guess, the tightness and the seal of the actual comic book board and bag with the comic. But I just prefer a little more space, so that's one reason. And as far as the actual brands I chose, so BCW, they have acid-treated boards, and they're actually coated on one side with chalk, and so that's really good for avoiding moisture and all that stuff. So I like those a lot. And I chose the All Pro bags because even though BCW, I think, is probably the bigger company, All Pro has, I believe, slightly higher quality bags, as I've read that the BCW ones do tend to rip a little more, even if they're the right size. So I'm not sure how true that is. I do have BCW bags in magazine size, and they hold up well, but they are double thickness, so I'm not sure how the normal ones would work out. So those are the ones I use, and as far as the process goes, it's really simple and really easy. All you need is the comic book board. Feel the sides there. One is kind of rougher, that's the non-treated side, and then there's the smoother side. That's the treated side, the acid treated, so it's not deteriorating the actual paper, and the chalk, like I said, for the moisture. So you get that ready, then you take out one of your comic bags. They're thin, but they're not too thin. And then you just need some Scotch tape, which I have over here. And then you take the comic book, rest it on top, leave some space so you can guide it in. I leave the flap folding towards the back, so I just put it in like that. Then it goes in, presses to the bottom there, slide the comic down. There, it's now nice and secure. Then rest that down, take your piece of tape, tape it, make sure the board is still being pushed down, squeeze it as tight as possible, and you want to put your tape on a slight angle. And the reason for doing that is that it makes it easier to open up the bag here or take the tape off when you want to read the comic. So that's the point of that, and that is the comic bagged and boarded. So again, there's the original, there's the variant. Not a huge difference. A lot of times, and in fact for most of the other Bionicle comics, the differences between the normal and the variant version are much grander, and that's because they have different art. But this is just one's foil, one's not, but still very cool nonetheless, and one that I forgot to mention in the original collection overview video when I was talking about the comics. And now on to my most anticipated part of this video, and that is opening up these new movies and hopefully finding the variant Bionicle Glatorian #3 comic in there. So, I mean, also just a note, it is a mini comic, so it will fit inside the DVD. And I do think I am going to start with the last one, just because I'm pretty sure that these ones don't have it, just because of the sound. So hopefully I'll go from most disappointed to least disappointed. So this one just sounds like there's only a disc in here, so there we go. Some thick plastic or shrink wrap here. So, and there we go. As I guessed, there's just the movie in there and nothing else, but I kind of expected that. So that's one down, so I'm 0 for 1 there. Next is this one, which is kind of opened already. Nothing too crazy. It does sound like there's something in there, maybe, but it doesn't feel thick enough. But we will find out here. And so this one actually has those like DVD sealing stickers on them, as you can see. So I'm going to attempt to get this off. Alrighty. So let's see what is inside of here. Ooh, a little more shrink wrap. But let's see what is inside of here, and we do have a thick booklet, but unfortunately, this is kind of the same free Lego Club thing that I got in mine, so a little unfortunate, a little deceiving. Hopefully the last one doesn't have this. I really hope it doesn't, but that is not a comic book. So putting that back, we are now 0 for 2. Maybe we can be 1 for 3. Maybe, maybe, maybe. And we will find out, hopefully, in a second. So I'm going to open that one up there. Just like that. So that one is placed to the side there. This one seems kind of thick, but I'm kind of thinking now it's that Lego Club and little advertisement pamphlet that was in the other one. But we shall see. Open that there. Open up these DVD stickers. I apologize if not everything's on camera. It's a little hard sometimes to open. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. And, ooh, it looks like I was right. There is just the Glatorian Legends little advert pamphlet in here. So that's kind of expected, but hey, at least the hunt will go on, and I will continue to search for that mysterious mini comic number 3 that has the really cool variant art for that Glatorian comic. So unfortunately, it was a little bit of a bust with these, but now I do have 3 extra copies of the Legend Reborn since I always had one myself. So maybe at some point I can do a giveaway. This one is the nicest, so that would be like the top tier one. But granted, they aren't even that expensive online. These cost me anywhere from like $3 to $10. So not too disappointed there. But hey, like I said, the hunt will go on, and we will keep trying to find the comic. On the bright side, I did get that really awesome variant number 8. So I'm still only missing 2 variants. So as you guys will see as this series goes on, I will hopefully get more and eventually one day complete it. Maybe the number 1 variant, Comic-Con, will pop up. That one is not hidden in a DVD, but it's just very hard to find and can be quite expensive. So hopefully I can show you guys the rest of them at some point. But otherwise, stay tuned to more episodes of Collecting Bionicle. There's many various topics coming up, as you've probably already realized from the show or the series. It goes anywhere from watching me customize masks, to showing off my collection, to updating spreadsheets, to getting parts, unboxing, so much stuff. So it's really fun and really laid back, so definitely stay tuned for more. But with that, I will talk to you guys later.